Hello, it's me, Jess. Welcome to my channel. And today I thought we could do a lovely reading on what have they heard about you. So I've got 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'll put the picture up if you want to look at that. Otherwise, I'll see you at your reading. All right, pile number 1. What has this person heard about you? So I'm hearing that Craig David song. It's like, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, oh, to find a better day. So that is what your person has heard. You're walking away in order to find a better day for yourself, in order to heal, and in order to go after, I feel like, your dreams. Some kind of big dream that you have. But then also that song, I used to listen to this song a lot. Don't judge me. But it's like, sometimes some people get me wrong when it's something I've said or done. Sometimes you feel it is no fun. That's why you turn and run. And now I truly realize some people don't want to compromise, but I saw them with my own eyes spreading those lies. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like there's a lot that's gone on here. And for some reason with this 5 of Swords, some of you guys might have chosen pile number 1 in the last reading I did on who's talking about you, because I feel like there's a group here, like kind of a gossipy group. And maybe this is where this person is getting their information, but it's weird because I feel like there's something about wherever they're getting their information isn't great, because it's like tinged with bitterness, or it's people that you don't talk to anymore. You've severed some kind of connection. And that could be another thing that they're hearing, is that like social media, like you guys could have somehow reduced your social media. So you could have gone through and like cleaned out your friend group for people you haven't talked to in a while, or just you didn't like their attitude, whatever it is. Or you could have gotten rid of, several platforms just altogether. Maybe you just, you really reduced your social media presence. It's also weird though, because with the star here, this is Aquarius energy, and Aquarius rules the 11th house of our personal gains and also of our networks, and especially our online networks, our social networks. So some of you guys could have blocked this person. You could have, and not just this person, I feel like it's many people with this second reduction energy. You've somehow reduced that. But if you didn't reduce this person, if you didn't, or if your profile is not set to private, I feel like this person still is getting some information from that, but it feels like very distant, and to where they're only, we all put our best foot forward on our socials, and so it just feels like distant, and this person can see that you're healing, that you're shining, that you're rising. And for some, it's like they're hearing that you're doing something very humanitarian, like an Aquarius would. And maybe that does have to do with like pushing boundaries in some way. But I feel like it's about your uniqueness, because there's kind of like sub story here where I feel like you just didn't fit in with a certain group of people. And so it's like you decided to turn and run. I don't feel like you ran away from this person or this group of people, but you could have moved away emotionally, physically, whatever that is. And so now it's like, I think this person's hearing that you're starting to find your people, you're starting to find your group, even if it's just online. Because this person maybe is like they're reading comments or something. It feels like there's also a distance here. And so your person also, they could be hearing that you have cut ties with a group of people. So maybe you block certain people, and you could have just like, you could have sent messages to some people where you actually severed the tie here. But it feels like whenever you moved away from this group, it was actually like a declaration of values. I don't know how much you said, because some of you might have said, I don't vibe here, I don't belong here, I don't go here. But it feels like you have moved forward, like with full steam ahead, pile number one. Like you are really going towards a goal, towards a dream, towards fitting in, towards your uniqueness, your freak flag with Aquarius here. And your person is hearing that you're being very successful at it in some way, even if it's like you're setting down some kind of a foundation for it, and maybe you haven't gotten a lot from it yet. But a lot of you guys, I feel like you are starting to receive a lot of blessings, a lot of gains, and like there's a lot of energy here of like destiny, going after something that it feels like you were made for. And maybe that's why you were made so different, so interesting, and so unique. But I gotta say too, like, because I'm getting a lot of like nakshatra energy here. We have a lot of lion energy. So maybe you are a Leo, or someone around you is. You could also be a Libra. We have those two energies. But the lion yonis are Danishta is the female lion, and Purva Bhadra is the male lion. So you could be one of those energy. So I feel like they're hearing something about a partnership, whether it is a romantic partnership or a business partnership or a little bit of both. They're hearing that you really like equality in a relationship. And the lion yoni, like their sexual adversary is the elephant couple, which is Ravani and Bharani. And that can be a really contentious relationship because both of them are kings of the jungle in their own way. So they usually avoid each other. Lions really don't go into elephant territory. Elephants don't really go into lion territory. And it almost feels like maybe there's a bit of like a rumble, kind of going on. And you could have felt like maybe this person's hearing this in some way, or getting the message that maybe you felt like they were only interested in you for sexual reasons. There's a big sense here that you weren't valued for your uniqueness. But this person is hearing that you are standing out. You are very different here in some way. Especially when it comes to, like, I want to say your values. Yeah. So what else is this person hearing about you? With this dream energy here, I feel like you're going after a dream. That could be to be a star. It could be like out in public in some way, because there's like a stupid amount of energy of being like recognized or on camera, because this Neptune rules over cameras. And you also have this is such creative energy. So your person's hearing that you could be very, very creative. I also, before I get into that, I want to say, I think that they're hearing a lot about your body, your physical appearance, that you are very beautiful. For some of you, I just heard sexually dominant. So maybe that's something that they're hearing. But I think they're hearing like maybe you're doing something different with your hair, that you have like big, luscious, full hair. But you also, with this reduction energy, you could have gotten like a haircut, could have shaved off a beard, something like that. You could be doing your makeup in a different way. It's something where you're like very alluring, but then also kind of off limits. But this energy to me is strong Purva Falguni energy, which I view as an Empress energy, because it's the Venus ruled nakshatra in the middle of Leo. And when you think about those two energies together, Leo being ruling over dramatics and theater and romance and playfulness and communication, especially very theatrical communication. Leo, who is very unique. You have a lot of energy here of just uniqueness, and through that energy, drawing people to them, drawing their attention to them. Leo also rules over the back, so I don't know if you have a really nice back. I remember this time when I was in high school, I was like talking about someone had a really good back. And my sister was like, it's a back, Jessica. And I'm like, people can have good backs, okay? Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But you might have a good back. I believe in a good back, okay? So yeah, like with the Libra energy though, like this Venus energy ruling over our partners, ruling over beauty itself, you know, and to a certain extent charisma. Venus has an intelligence that is often overlooked. So does the sun. But this is like a very charismatic, very beautiful, very alluring energy to have. And the energy of Purva Falguni rules over procreation, something that Leo is known for, and also Venus. So, because Venus is not Shukra, which is the seminal fluid, if you will, of both genders. Anyways, yeah, like there is something here. I feel like this person has heard like, they're hearing, like, I think they think you would be like the perfect partner or something like that. They could be hearing that, but it's weird because like I said, I feel like where they're getting their information, there is some bitterness, but they're still hearing really good things about you. And maybe that's online. But it also could be like people still are saying good things about like who you are, what you're doing. I feel like they're hearing that you're a rare bird in some kind of way. And that you're moving towards some kind of success for a creative endeavor. And it could be, especially having that Danishta energy because it rolls over music and dance and like having just like good timing with things. Even in the theater, even if you do like acting or comedy or something, you need good timing to do that. They're really talking about your body, you guys, and like the way you look. You're just so beautiful. You're so attractive. You're very alluring. I feel like this person's confused about your relationship status, though, for whatever reason. It's like the things that they hear about your relationship status is like confusing. It's like whatever information they're getting, it seems like it's information, but then it confuses them. So this person, I actually think they're getting kind of frustrated of where they're getting their information because it feels like they're removed. So I feel like this person really wants to just reach out to you and just ask you certain questions or like just reconnect, you know. It's like they want yes and no. They want clarity. And I think this person actually fantasizes about running into you like at a place of business, and it doesn't have to be theirs or yours. It could just be, you know, a cafe, a bookstore, wherever you go, like the watering hole in town. They kind of dream about just running into you suddenly and being able to like get the lowdown on your, I want to say, relationship status and just your life, what it is that you've been up to, because it looks like you guys, you are actually making some kind of headway in pursuit of your dreams and your goals. Yeah, because there's a lot of confusion energy. But because in this deck, I always think this is the moon card, but it's not. It's the I think it's the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So it's like this person was like very confused about you. You were very like mysterious. And I feel like you were around this person for a long time, or around this group of people for a long time with this Aquarius fixed air energy that is ruled by Saturn. You know, this was not like something very quick, so it unfolded over time. But I feel like this person, they were seeing you. Maybe they saw you as being depressed, which it seems like maybe you were, because I'm just getting that you felt like you stuck out like a sore thumb, you know? You were the different one. You were unique, and maybe you felt like you were gossiped about. There was no, you know, the 5 of Swords often it's like there's no winning in that situation. And so you felt like you needed to sever this tie here. But interesting with the worm, right? I'm pretty sure worms regrow their bodies. So it's like there's just a breakage, and it could be with a red thread, especially with the vow here. Because your person could have heard or could feel like you guys had some kind of shared destiny together that was supposed to really be fulfilled. Maybe you have copacetic, I just heard copacetic, dreams that are very compatible with one another. At least they feel that it is. But I feel like both of you guys are big personalities. They might not have realized this about you, pile number 1. It's like the things that they're hearing, they're starting to realize that you really like equality in a relationship. The lion couple does. You know, and that you can be very fierce and very protective over like whatever it is that you're doing. So this person has heard that they need to be kind of careful, or they're getting that impression from whatever it is that they're hearing, because the lioness is very protective over her babies, her little babe cubs, and babies are like, they can be projects and things like that, but Purva Falguni is known for having a lot of babies, or I'm sorry, I'm saying that weird. I'm saying babies if you can't understand me. And that can be like projects, because this Purva Falguni energy, I talk a lot about the Falgunis being the hotels of the zodiac, where it's kind of a time of chilling out and calming down, being taken care of, reaping the good rewards that you have built up from your past right before you dive into that second round of the zodiac, where you're really steeped heavily in materialism. It also gives you a little taste of it, a little taste of what it's like to have the good life, so you will work for it. In that second round, that is from Virgo to Scorpio, really. And so your person just feels like you're having the good life, and it feels like, I feel like you're probably working harder than this person realizes, but it's almost like you just seem to be going for it, It just looks easy for you. It looks like you're, obtaining that. But anyways, like, you do seem to have some kind of pet projects or things but you'd be very fierce over it. This person is also like interested in if you are like working with other people, because they could see that you are around like a very Leo person. It also could be a Libra, but I'm strongly getting this Leo energy, somebody who is attractive, maybe theatrical, like a big boss energy, with that sun. Even if it is like a Purva Bhadra person, this is someone like large and in charge. Somebody who is very attractive, and they wonder what your relationship is like with this person. Because whatever it is, it looks like there seems to be a contract, like a business contract, marriage contract, soul contract. But whatever it is, it's like they're very curious about who you're with, because they're getting like, I do feel they're getting some kind of like conflicting information. Okay, don't ask me why I know this, but the golden poppy is the state flower of California. And actually, it might have been in this book where I read that. But I'm hearing this song. It's like, I'm going to California to live in the sun. It's a Pink song. And it might be called Going to California. But it's a weird song because it's sad. It's like very melancholy. And I'm pretty sure that she's talking about being from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, right? It's this place where she should have fit in. She should have felt like it's the promise of brotherly love. Like, why would you put that on your sign if I can't find brotherly love here? But actually, I got to go to California to live in the sun. But it's still like very melancholy. So there's a sense of like not resolving something, like feeling very sad. Both of you like kind of standing your ground. And yeah, something like that. Like, honestly, it does feel kind of like competition. Yeah. Interesting. So I feel like, yeah, some of you guys could have like moved states, moved cities, moved houses, moved away. You moved away, like either physically or emotionally. And you're just like, they're hearing that you are tenacious in going after this, because Sekhmet, she was, I hope I'm saying that right. Maybe it's Sekhmet. But she was a war goddess in the Egyptian pantheon. Like I said, she's depicted as having the head of a female lion and like a woman's body. So she is like a symbol of feminine power. And the feminine energy, right, being like creativity and, that kind of thing. But she has like this berserker kind of energy, like the Vikings with the berserkers, where they used to like drink something and it would get them all like riled up, and then they'd kind of wind them up and push them into battle, and they would be very single-mindedly focused on this. But with Sekhmet here, they actually had to have rituals to like bring her back down. Like, such was her like ferocity, and I think she was literally physically hot to the touch. So this person could think that you are too hot to handle or something like that, and that you're best like viewed from a distance for some reason. But I feel like that's not necessarily true. It could be because they're hearing things from this group of people that has some kind of bitterness and really a lack of understanding of you, because you're so different from them with the star energy. And that's another thing. If they are watching your social media, I do feel like they're seeing that actually some people are nice to pile number one. Actually, some people understand pile number one. Like they really do vibe with them. They don't have to be rude and like rejecting of their energy in some way. And that might have been what was causing this. Because another thing is they're hearing about like, there's so much solar plexus energy, all this yellow. And so I'm getting that they could be hearing that you've had a big glow up in your self-confidence, because you guys might have talked about this dream for a long time, or you've had this dream to move to California, to put your music out there, to maybe try and become an actress or a dancer. Maybe some of you have like an Etsy page where you're putting like certain projects, something like physical, because whatever it is that you're doing, your person sees a lot of value in, and they could want to buy that. Like if you're putting out a product, even if it's music, like your songs, they really like that. This person might want to like invest in you in some way, because the Six of Pentacles is like a relationship of giving and receiving, especially like on a physical with all the pentacles. So this person could want to like give and receive. They could want to like go into business with you in some way, but this person's being very cautious because they don't know if you're already in business with someone else, or if you're partnered up already, because this person, I feel like they're going into like a big fantasy about you. For some of you guys, there is something about like visionary states. You get like kind of, you go into visionary states, and that maybe some of you are, because we have the Queen of Cups under here and this Wheel of Fortune. So some of you guys, it's like you could have some kind of psychic skills or psychic ability or things like that. I feel like there could be two sides to you that are like maybe opposing, but you're integrating them. I think this is a great energy. Like, I don't know. It's like, maybe if you're on the wrong side of this axe, of this sword that is, dividing things, it wouldn't be so great. But I actually think it's great. Like, you just look so motivated. And I know this is probably a lion because she's, associated with lions, but it looks like a jaguar to me. And it's making me think of John Perkins wrote a book called Touching the Jaguar, because he spends a lot of time with these indigenous tribes. And in the Amazon, the jaguar is like very feared. And so one of the tribes, he talks about, they have a practice called touching the jaguar. So if they're like walking about and they come across a jaguar paw print or something like this, they'll touch it. They'll spend time communing with it, because it represents like kind of facing your fear, overcoming it, like whatever it is that you're scared of. Just go right up to it and touch it, and then it loses its power over you. So, and that could have been with your solar plexus energy of like, because I feel like you've always been talented in something here. But it's like you finally have had the courage to just put it out there. And it's like giving you a lot of gains. I want to say it's like past life. It's like related to that. Because again, like, the 11th house is the house of our gains. And then you also have all of this Purvabhadra energy, which is Jupiter, blessings, expansion. Because they're hearing, it's weird, they're hearing that you're reducing some things in order to like expand. So maybe a lot of you guys, you're narrowly focused on things. You're trimming away things that no longer serve you in order to focus on the things that are serving you. And like, I feel like this person could be realizing that you're their wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups here. Like they had, that moon energy, that haze energy, that illusion energy, maybe even fear energy. And this person's opinion of you could have changed, because I just feel like they weren't really getting their information from the right places. I don't know. And it's almost like, I kind of get the sense that this person could be a little arrogant, or you think they're arrogant. Because it wouldn't have taken much, it wouldn't have taken much to be like, well, I wonder about pal number 1. I'm going to start up a conversation or something. And it feels like they had a lot of opportunity. Like, I want to say over a year. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this person, I feel like they're hearing about some kind of conflict and loss with this 5 energy over here. And it felt like kind of nobody really was the winner, but that you moved away from a group of people because you didn't fit in. You didn't fit in, and now you're healing your energy. You're finding your own people. There is something, they're talking about the way you're doing your social media here in some way. Oh wait, I'm getting another song. You don't deserve me. If you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. which is a Marilyn Monroe quote, and I'm pretty sure she had Neptune on the ascendant, which is like, it's a very beautiful energy, and it is a kind of an energy where like whatever people want to see in you, they can see in you, you know? So a lot of times like people are considered very attractive, very successful, and also Neptune rules cameras. So they could be saying that you're destined to be a star. You're destined to be out in public, like in the public eye in some way, doing something very creative. Even if this is something, because they could be saying you're doing some kind of charity, you know, or like activism, some kind of, maybe you're putting on like community theater or something in order to give money to people, you know, to a group with Aquarius energy here. They could be talking about like your spiritual development here in some way, where it's like really interesting and unique. Yeah. Oh wait, the song. It was because it's like, yeah, you don't deserve me at my best. I wrote this song as a message for help on behalf of anyone finding themselves. Some of you guys are songwriters, but you're like writing things that are very impactful and help people. And I just heard NF Real Music. You know, he does like the whole real music thing, where he uses his creative space as an outlet for himself. And he's another one that says like, people misunderstand what I'm doing. So there's a sense that like the people who are around this person, maybe this person, I feel like this person's seeing you pretty clear, even from like the fragments of things they're hearing about you. But there's a sense of fragmentation about like who you actually are. Because these people just don't get you. Like the Two of Wands in this deck, I really get like two parallel lines that they look like they're going right next to each other, right? But those parallel lines are never going to touch. So there's something about that. And I'm going to say that Kelly Clarkson song, I wanted to belong here, but something felt so wrong here. So I prayed I could break away. It's like you thought maybe you could belong here, but like then you realize that these lines were never really going to come together. They looked like they were going to, but that was just an optical illusion here. There could be like, and they're saying that there was an optical illusion on your part too, like that you weren't who you appeared to be. Because I feel like a lot of you appeared in moon energy, where you were maybe more feminine, maybe a little more unsure of yourself. You had some kind of low self-esteem. I do think they were saying that you're very loving, very nurturing, even very creative, very spiritual, very humble. But there's this whole other side to you that like, yes, you're creative, but you are also ambitious. Like you want whatever it is that you're creating and doing, you want it to be out in the world. You want it to be seen. And you can, I'm hearing you can spearhead that. You have lion energy written all over this, leadership energy written all over this. I'm just getting you really don't like unequal relationships. And so I'm kind of getting like there was a judgment call on that. But, yeah, so this person wants like an equal give and take here on the material level. They want to reach out and send you a message. They want, they could want some kind of a romance with you. I think they're unsure though if they can come towards you because they're not sure if you're in a relationship. They're thinking about all the possibilities. There's something you're doing that you're in such a strong creative energy, pal number one, that like you have this person thinking about all of the possibilities and all the things that you can do together. They really are in a dream state about this. And for some of you guys, like, okay, I'm hearing Ariana Grande, steering clear of any headaches to start. And if I'm being honest, I'd rather your body than half of your heart. Or jealous written comments. I'm better off without him. I'm better off being a wild one. So that's how your person like kind of could be feeling about this. Yeah, I feel like this person's oscillating, you know, where they're like, oh, think of it. Just think of it. And then they're like, no. Because I feel like this person could actually, they could have to make a decision. They could have a choice here. And they're seeing you like as absolutely amazing, as like everything, you know. They're seeing you as like having leveled up in a really, really big way. But there's something here of like, there is a lot of distance. You're being very successful. They feel like there has been a painful ending. And you're being Son of Cups. More and more, I'm getting that you're making your money in a really interesting and creative way. You're being called up. Yeah, in some way. And so they think you would be defensive, and I think you would be defensive about this too, because you feel like, I feel like you when you left, it felt like you were done. You know what I mean? And I think it had to do with this person's pride and arrogance towards you in some way. So, yeah, I think that is what I'm getting for you guys, pile number one. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Yeah, I'm just seeing if I'm missing anything. That's why I'm talking weird, but yeah. No, I think that's all. So anyways, if that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, guys. Okay, pile number two. What has this person heard about you? So this one's actually really confusing because there's a lot of, I think every sign or nakshatra that is here is a dual sign, because we have Gemini, we have Virgo, we have all of the Mercury ruled nakshatras, which are at the end of the water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And if you know your nakshatras, those are Ashleisha, Jesha, and Revati. We also have Vishaka, which is at the end of Libra, beginning of Scorpio. We have Scorpio, and we've already mentioned two of the three nakshatras in Scorpio, Jesha and Vishaka. And all of those are dual signs. They have some kind of dual nature to them. So what I feel like your person is hearing about you is that, first of all, I think they're hearing a lot, but it's like what they're hearing is very contradictory information. Because the strongest message that is coming out in this pile is that your person is really trying to figure you out. And they're trying to like reconcile these opposite things that they have heard about you into a cohesive image, or at least try and figure out who or what they can trust in this situation. And they're really struggling with that. And I think it's put your person in a very defensive posture here, which you can probably pick up on. And that's maybe why you're even at this reading. And then with the Death card at the bottom of the deck, this person could have broken up with you, or they could have ended your relationship. And then we've also got the Judgment card here. So this could have happened very suddenly or caught you off guard. And it could have happened in a way that made you feel judged or guilty or responsible in some way. Because your person doesn't seem to be opening up much about this. They're not really doing a lot of talking. This is a very self-contained person, I feel like, just anyways. And again, with this Scorpionic energy, Scorpio rules secrets. So I feel like you feel that there could be secrets here that are going on, maybe in the form of people gossiping, but also like this person has secrets that they're keeping held in. And also Scorpio is fixed water, which is just really deep water, deep emotion that can stagnate or not really have an outlet, have any place to go. So maybe you feel like these are all kind of things that are influencing this connection. Because it seems to me that something happened in this situation. This feels less to me like a situation where you met this person 3 days ago, you super hit it off, you guys have been talking each other's faces off, and then all of a sudden this person just left and stopped speaking to you. It doesn't so much feel like that. This feels like more of a longer standing connection, where this person seemed to be like just kind of gathering information, and then all of a sudden they ended the relationship with you, and it's left you feeling confused because there's a lot of really good energy on both sides. And I do want to say, pile number two, and you might not believe me, especially if this person has just broken up with you, but this person very naturally likes you. Like just very naturally feels drawn to your energy. I want to say that you feel like home to this person. And I'm hearing that song, I think it's called Home by One Republic and another band that I can't think of, but it's like, I don't just feel it in my heart, I feel it in my bones. And it's like, yeah, that kind of comfortable, you cannot replicate, you feel like home. So it's like there's something about you, this person just feels just a natural, in sync kind of connection with you. This person has heard a lot, and I feel like this person has also observed a lot about you. But this person's heard a lot about your skills. They think that you are a very skillful person. Maybe you do have a lot of skills. You certainly seem to have a skill set, though, that's masterful at something. Because this is very intelligent energy with Gemini and Scorpio. Gemini is broad intelligence and Scorpio is very deep intelligence. So together you have like all the bases covered. And I feel like your person sees that in you in some way. And they do have a lot of admiration and respect for your skills and the things that you do. And for a lot of you guys, it has to do with the way that you communicate, because there is a group here. And I feel like this person has observed you within this group and has seen the way that you communicate with this group, and they really do like it. This group could be really chatty, but it could be Gemini rules over like our community, just like the people who are around us every day. So it could be that kind of a group. Or Gemini also rules over children. So this could be a group of children. Maybe you are a parent and this person has seen you, because you have Empress energy here. So this person could have seen you being a parent and they really like that about you, or they think you're very masterful at that as well too. Or maybe you're a school teacher of some kind, where there is some kind of group. There's a group of kids here maybe. And then also the esoteric ruler of Gemini is Venus, which rules over women. So this could be a group of women over here. And possibly men as well too with this Mercury. Mercury men tend to really like to hang out with women because they are a little more sophisticated and refined, and they like conversation, and they like to talk about more like highbrow topics, and really dig in and have very intellectual conversations. This is a very naturally curious group. This is also like nuance. They like to have like nuanced conversation, but also Mercury, I always think of Mercury is very hygienic. So maybe this person is like germs or something, and they like that you're clean. It's the little things. Geminis kind of are like that. Virgos are like that. People with strong Mercury, they just tend to like cleanliness. So yeah, maybe there's some kind of mixture here, because I think this person actually can be very drawn to Mercury energy, and they see you in that light as well too. Pile number 2, like this person really likes your conversation. They think you're interesting. You have maybe very nuanced opinions about things, or an approach or an outlook on life, and you hang out with other people who are like that. This person with Mercury, okay, this person also feels like your skill set or the way that you communicate tends to open a lot of doors for you. With we have Sheila Nagig here, and she's the protectress of gateways. And Mercury, there is no door that Mercury cannot open, including the door to Hades, which most beings and gods, they need Hades' permission in order to get in, but Mercury is just allowed in. So this person thinks that you are very versatile in some kind of way, or like doors just kind of open to you. And you guys, I'm going to say maybe they even think doors of like this person's inner world, their mind or something. They're just very afraid to open up to you. I feel like pile number 2, that's like really what I'm getting, because this person's so defensive, and I'm going to figure out why. Just give me a minute. But another thing is like they're seeing you as a bit of a gatekeeper, because like I said, Sheila Nagig, she's a protectress of gateways, thresholds, rites of passage, transformations. So maybe this person does see you a bit as in that light as well too, but this person just sees that you could be gatekeeping this group over here in some way, especially if this has to do with thoughts and education. What skilled communicators tend to do very naturally, but also manipulators tend to do very much on purpose, is they can do this thing called framing. So it's like you give information, but it's very subtly and very skillfully. You can give more information by just kind of tinting it a little and telling people, kind of how they can feel about something, how they should really interact with it. Mercury is an energy that can really take things apart. So you can really dissect something to kind of show what's going on, and then put it back together, if that makes sense. There is something about this dual energy, this Mercury energy, because Mercury rules over skills, and that keeps just coming up here. This person really likes your skills. They really like your moves. They really like your skills. But so Mercury, yeah, it rules over skills, it rules over intellect, but it also rules over choice. And the Mercury ruled nakshatras at the end of the water signs, they're always testing places in the zodiac. And it's a testing place because you're given skills, you're given insight, and you're given choice. And that's the whole hang up with Mercury. It can go one way or the other way, and that's the test. Are you going to use that for good, or are you going to use it for ill? And so that's kind of maybe a hidden crux of like this whole reading, because this person just seems like I said, very defensive. They also seem really observant. So to get back on topic, and I'm sorry, I know I'm like dancing around the topic of what has your person heard about you, but this is a really nuanced situation, and I feel like I said that they're hearing contradictory things about you, and so it just feels a little deeper, and I feel like I have to kind of put this together, and then I can figure out what it is, and then I'll tell you at the end what I figure out. But those are a lot of really good things that they're hearing about you, that you're very skillful. We have Lakshmi over here, which rules over prosperity at the bottom of the deck. So maybe they're hearing that you're going through a period of abundance. You could have gone through some kind of transformation period. We have 8th house here, which is partnerships, like other people's money. And it's money after marriage. It also we have the death card. It can be an inheritance, like after someone has passed away. I just feel like they hear that you're doing really well for yourself, and it's like really well earned too, because you're doing something of your skills, and it's really helpful. It's really in depth. This person has heard that you have a lot of friends, and that you're very protective maybe over this group of people. You could be very protective over children, and your family here as well too. They could have heard that you have a new project going on with the seed, but this card's kind of weird to me because this seed is planted on like this tree, and trees to me seem like I almost said old-timey, but something that's already kind of grown, with all these rings. So maybe it's just you have a new leg to your business, or you could have had a business merger with all this 8th house energy, or something like that. So they're hearing these like really, really good things about you. And this person actually really, that's what I'm trying to say, and I'm doing such a bad job. You wouldn't have this much trouble, pile number 2, saying this. But this person really likes your multifaceted nature. They really do like it. But the problem is, if you're really drawn to Mercury types, you're bound to like hang out with a lot of really cool people who are very smart, have had a lot of very cool experiences, are very social. They're really good at navigating that. They're super intelligent. But then you're also bound to get the other types that are sneaky, and Mercury is a trickster. It's a master manipulator. And I feel like that's kind of what's happened with this person, because your person, what they're hearing about you is that maybe you're not everything that you seem. Maybe you're not everything that they have heard. With the Queen of Swords coming out here, this is Hasta energy, and Hasta is in the middle of Virgo, and it has a real need to try and be like kind of perfect here in something. But also the soul in Virgo, it's one of the places where it is entirely immersed in materialism. That's the place in the zodiac where the soul must be entirely immersed in materialism. But Virgo's a dual sign, but that dual nature there comes out because you've got to like kind of peel back the layers to the onion and find the pearl within, which is not materialism. And you see the same thing up here with Vishaka. So I feel like that could be really like playing out here, because Vishaka also Vishaka is very prominent. More famous people have some kind of Vishaka nakshatra than any other nakshatra. It's another dual oriented sign. These people are very goal oriented. They meet a lot of goals, and they usually do build themselves up to be very strong in the material world until they realize that they're just not satisfied, and then they turn heavy into spirituality. So I feel like that could be, they're also obsessed with having a nice place to live. That's just, I don't know. That's what I always think about with Vishaka. It also rules unwise sexual alliances. So I don't know if they've heard that you've had some unwise sexual alliances, or if you would be an unwise sexual alliance. But yeah, like this person could be, there's something there about that as well too. This person's really observant, you guys. Like that is, your person's actually kind of interesting. They're kind of a little bit funny here too. I don't feel that your person's like really gossiping about you. They seem to be, like I said, just very observant. This person could have very much walked in on other people speaking about you, but this is the kind of energy that would just like continue going about whatever it is that they were doing and really not saying anything or acknowledging it, but they would still be like picking it up, you know? Because I feel like that's what your person kind of does. And when I was little, my dad, he used to call me the sponge, and he would say, yeah, you know, Jess, she doesn't seem like she's paying attention, but then she will repeat everything that you said verbatim. And I feel like your person is a little bit like this. So it's almost like this person, this is also a very socially, emotionally intelligent energy here. And I feel like what's going on is this person very naturally, as they go about the course of their day, as they go about their life, their brain, their mind, just naturally, you know, scoops in information. Like this is a very receptive energy here. And I'm just getting this image of like a little baby wave floating in and going up over a lip of something and like collecting in a puddle, you know, or some kind of container. And this person is that container. And just over time, this person collects information and then their mind kind of sifts through it. And any information that this person gets that contradicts earlier information, it's like sets off this like emergency alert system. And so it feels to me like a very sophisticated defense mechanism for this person where just they pick up on this like contradictory energy. And I think that's what's happened with you. And it feels less like this person heard a specific piece of gossip about you, pile number 2, and it like really set them off. It feels like it's more of just like this kind of collection of things over time. And this person felt kind of uneasy, like this pearl, you know, there was a piece of sand that got in this person's oyster and it was really bothering them, and it was in there for a while, and this person was like trying to not bother with it, but then it was just kept growing and growing until it was this pearl. And because I'm getting this like 8 of Cups vibe here, where this person, you know, there's nothing wrong with the cups per se. It's just like you kind of get, the whole thing about the 8 of Cups is you get this kind of intuitive feeling that you need to move on, or that you need to move away from something. You need to move towards air. And in this case, the Queen of Swords, who has been through a lot and who cuts red threads, who cuts off alliances. At the end of the day, you guys, this person is just protecting themselves. It's almost like I'm hearing glib and superficial charm. And Dr. Ramani, another patron saint of this channel, she she covers narcissistic abuse. And one of the things that she consistently says is when someone is very superficially charming, that's always one of the biggest tip-offs for her, to really put them through their paces and to pull back your energy and observe a lot more. If you're dating them, you're dating them for an extra 2 years before you're marrying them. You're moving in, you're giving them a little bit of power over you, little by little, you know, to make sure that you're covering your bases. And this person seems to have kind of the same thing, because this person's seeing you as very skillful. They're seeing you as very charming. But this person seems to, like, it's almost like a bad thing. And with Mercury being here, Mercury rules over the nervous system. And it also picks up on patterns. And I feel like when this person could be getting, they could be very intuitive, actually. But this person, more than that, it's like you feel like home to this person, which in psychology speak is like your nervous system is activated in recognizing a pattern of your early childhood environment, which should be a good thing. It should be a safe thing. It can be absolutely devastating if you don't grow up in a safe early childhood environment, because you're still going to have that mechanism where you're drawn to people who feel like that, but it's going to lead you into the same kind of dysfunctions. And so this person, it's like they feel very drawn to this energy, but then they're like, wait, some people are really cool, but other people, they really mess you up. And with it being Queen of Swords and Mercury energy that this person's trying to defend themselves against, you guys, that is very insidious. And Hasta energy, Hasta can be the most materialistic sign. It's crafty as well too. Its rulership is the hand, and the hand in mythology is said to be the reason why we can manipulate the world. And so it is highly associated with manipulation. It's also associated with like really good orators. It's associated with yoga. It's associated with mantras, and it's associated with mind control. And maybe that's what they're feeling, is like you kind of gatekeep this information here. So maybe it's like some kind of groupthink situation, because this person runs away from that. This person doesn't like to have their mind controlled. Like I said, they're very, very self-contained. And if they even get a whiff of that, then this person's going to be gone. But this Hasta energy, like, it can be, it's so hard to pick up on. It's like every Leonardo DiCaprio movie ever, like according to Claire Nakti's channel, where he has that really big, loud, obnoxious laugh, and he almost takes on an entire identity to like fool people so that he can live the easy life. Like I heard glib and superficial charm, but there's also parasitic lifestyle. That's what it's about, like that parasitic lifestyle. And Hasta has the Shakti power to gain what they seek. Like shadow side Hasta, if what you seek is materialism and some kind of like you misusing your skills, like is what the Queen of Swords, shadow side Queen of Swords, is like misusing your skills for materialism, for selfishness, for your own gain. So this person, I feel like you have a really impressive skill set of some kind, and this person is unsure how you're using it, and they've just decided that instead of fiddling with it, they're just going to move away from this energy because the risk is too great. I really feel like your person has been hurt deeply. This is insidious energy. This is manipulative energy. This is, I got inside, I got under your skin and I'm in there forever energy. And you're going to keep seeing me pop up in other people until you deal with the energy. That's kind of what it feels like here. So I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse, pile number 2, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's not personal. I'm just getting, this is like, maybe you guys are very educated, because I am talking about, I'm like regurgitating everything I learned in like biopsychology, but I'm also getting like a nicotine receptor, and it's almost like you plugged right into that nicotine receptor, right? But, and nicotine occurs naturally in things like eggplants and tomatoes, but it's like, are you an eggplant or are you a cigarette? This person just doesn't know. So this was a very specific message, and I'm sure it's not going to resonate with everyone. And I'm sure that was a lot of information that I really just dumped on you. I hope it made some semblance of sense. This seems to be a very nuanced and complex situation, at least going on within this person. It might also be why this person is mum about the issue, because I even feel weird having just explained it in this pile. It's like sometimes trusting people to understand that your complexities is a hurdle in and of itself. So I just feel that this person, there's something here saying like protect, 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 protect. It's almost just like an alarm system going off here. And to me, it looks like reminding this person of an early childhood environment. There's a ton of feminine energy here. If it's not this person's mother, it is some kind of mother figure. It could be a sibling, something like that. But there was a lot that was hidden. And so this person feels the need of making judgment calls. If it does make you feel better, why am I trying to manage your emotions? Maybe this person tries to manage other people's emotions because they were made to feel responsible for other people's emotions. But, there is guilt here. There is guilt and regret and sadness that they have to move away from you, but this person does intend on keeping themselves protected. Look how protected this guy is. You know, he's got his sword up, like his shield up here. So if you're asking, just to be absolutely clear, if this was a little hard to digest, I feel like what this person could have been hearing about you that has made them close down is that maybe it's like they got some kind of whiff that maybe you're not what they thought. Maybe you could be manipulative. Maybe you could be very materialistically focused, self-focused, and very driven, like in that way. And also maybe you're gatekeeping some kind of gossip. If you're not a gossip and there's a lot of gossip that's going on here, I'm just hearing guilty by association. Like you're getting kind of lumped in with this group, because I think this person is more, it's like very insular, and they might overhear gossip. This would be a person very uncomfortable about gossip in most situations, you know, just people just gossiping about somebody to gossip about somebody. Because this is a complex person. They are very socially intelligent and also very energetically intuitive. And you have that with energetically sensitive people. They really run away from gossip. So, okay. I think that's all I have for you guys. I feel like I've been talking for a day and a half. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Okay, pile number 3. Yes. What has your person heard about you? Okay, so some of you guys could have been drawn to pile number 1, but this is really good energy overall. Okay, so your person, with the 2 of Pentacles here, I'm getting that your person has heard that you are an entirely different person than who you used to be. Like, just entirely different. I'm getting somebody maybe sitting down and comparing your pictures or your resume or your, I don't know, like your Facebook, whatever it is that they have to like reference you by. It's almost like they're comparing it to their memories, to what they used to think about you. But it's like, it's night and day. I'm feeling like with you guys, pile number 3. And this person with the Tower card, yeah, it's just some kind of sudden change. And I feel like it was really unexpected for this person with this Tower energy here. But I also feel like this is one of those rare moments, I think, where the Tower card actually does mean something good, because the Tower card can be like an enlightening moment. So this person has had some kind of an enlightening moment about you. I feel like whatever they heard about you, it was a real shock. And they were like, wait, what? And this person really had to digest this. And there is something here about your wisdom and about your spirituality that this person is hearing about. With this Hermit Hierophant energy. And I didn't pull this like base card. I was just kind of drawn to with this Hierophant energy here. Yeah, this person, I feel like they're hearing that you're very well read and that you're very well educated. You're really intelligent. You're really smart about something, and in a way that's very wise, which is, you know, wisdom is a really, it's a more difficult thing to cultivate. And so there's a sense of value that you bring to the table with your knowledge and with your skill set. It's just kind of impressive. Pile number 3. Honestly, that's the energy. Maybe that's just me reacting to this energy, but I feel like that's how your person's reacting to this as well. Some of you guys, your person could have heard that you've been building a business with the 9 of Pentacles and also with the Venus energy here, because Venus is how we make our own money. It's also about self-confidence. So I feel like whatever transformation has happened here, maybe it has affected your appearance here as well, and maybe your skin's really glowy, your eyes are really sparkly, you're smiling a lot more, you're very seductive, maybe you got this like beautiful curve to you that she's got going on here, something like that. But I feel like this person, it's mostly they're hearing how you're making your money, which could be in a very Sagittarian way. So maybe some of you guys, you could be like traveling. Some of you guys could be travel writers, or you could be blogging while you're traveling, while you're having some kind of adventure, even if it's an adventure of the mind. The Sagittarius rules over our teachers, our gurus, our guides. You guys could be teaching people. And you've got the 2 gurus here, because Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Venus. Those are the 2 gurus, and Jupiter is considered the guru of the gods, and Venus is considered the guru of the demons. And demon just means somebody who is like steeped in materialism. So it's like maybe you and with this Virgo energy here, maybe there's a way that you communicate that can reaches all people, you know, or it's accessible on different levels, kind of like guru speak, you know what I mean, where it's like accessible on different levels to different people, which I feel like is some kind of like masterful skill. But there is some kind of development here with this Sagittarius energy, because Sagittarius is the energy of the beast becoming man. Not that you were a beast, pile number 3, before. If anything, you've got Beauty and the Beast energy here, but that's not what I meant. Stop it. You stop it. No, you stop. Okay. That's not what I meant. I just mean that you've really bloomed and blossomed and developed in your spirituality as a teacher, as a guide. You've really just grown and expanded here in some way that this person sees as really beautiful and really valuable. With this shaman energy, this is your spirituality is being highlighted here, pile number 3, and your wisdom. I'm gonna keep saying this, but I feel like you're very well read, or you have some kind of knowledge, or you could be working with a teacher, and this person's heard about that. Also, some of you are traveling to very beautiful places. That's just a side note, even in your mind. So yeah, with this shaman energy, this is all about like communing with the dark, right? Going over to the other side in order to retrieve messages. So some of you guys, you could be tarot readers, or you could be like intuitives, or doing something along that line of work here as well too. But whatever it is, it's like you're using this skill to nurture people, like in a really sweet way. This person really likes your voice. Like it's sweet, it's nurturing, it's loving, but it's informative in a really exciting way. And I kind of feel this person, they feel a little sad and a little jealous, because I kind of feel like maybe you guys have had a clash over your religious beliefs or over your values or something. Because again, you're looking very cultured. And sometimes when people, they travel, they talk to other people, they meet different people, their value system changes and adjusts because they are learning about how other people see the world, and they're just learning better or different ways of approaching different things in their lives. With this Hierophant energy down here at the bottom, the Hierophant can be very traditional energy, and it can be a tradition of priest and authority figure, something like that. And but the my gosh, I'm so tongue tied. The Hierophant can also be about keeping things kind of separate, and there is that energy with you and your person. So I don't know if there's distance here, or there's distance in your values. I feel like for now this person's jaw is just on the floor, and they're working on reconciling this version of you that they're seeing now and this version of you that they knew then. Now I'm also, this deck, I love this deck, by the way. It's what's it called? The Archetypes deck by Kim Kranz. Here you guys are being all eloquent. That always happens to me on the really eloquent piles. I cannot speak. But there's this card in there, and it's called the Mask card, and it's really interesting because I love the way she frames it. She kind of flips it on its head, where she says actually a mask can be a tool where it allows you to reveal, you know, more of who you actually are, like your own inner identity in some way. And like the prompt in that, on that section, is to just think about that, to think about maybe different outfits or costumes. Like if you ever dressed up as someone for Halloween and you felt somehow more connected to yourself and your spirit, there could be something like that where, because maybe you are playing with your appearance here in some kind of way, but it's like helped you come to life. Maybe you are a little bit more fiery. You know, Sagittarius is straight shooter, man. You know, not afraid to say what they think. And they're really like jovial and fun. I just want to say with this pile as well too, if you've put on a little bit of weight, this person thinks it looks really good on you. So this person, they're seeing you as this hermit energy, and I'm kind of getting self-contained, somebody who's maybe an autodidact. You are self-learned, self-taught in something. Again, that well-read energy coming through. Maybe there is something here about your meditation practice, and something has like, maybe, I don't know if you hang out with spiritual people, it's looking like you are, but this person, if they're so inclined, might say something like, well, this person, their third eye is really opened, or like, you know, you burst through some kind of chakra center, you know, your kundalini has moved through a different chakra, you know, something like that. This person could say things like that. But this person could also be saying that you're spending a lot of time alone with this hermit energy. And that you've grown in a lot of wisdom. You've done a lot of soul searching. You've done a lot of introspection. And that maybe this feels to me like a pivot, you know, from a more traditional outlook. You have a really unique perspective, you guys. Maybe some of you are writing something. I feel like some of you are writers. But there is this sense that this person's really sad because they are maybe more traditional, and they're chained to something. You know, Thoth, he is in a lot of the myth, he's married to Ma'at, the keeper of justice, and they seem like they have a very responsible kind of a relationship where they have to stay together in order for, you know, everything to function. So, but he just always looks kind of sad to me. And so I think this person, they're sad to see you go, but they love to watch you leave, is what I just heard, because my brain is inappropriate. This person feels a strong kinship with you, and I feel like they want to this person wants to send you a message, and I feel like they want to cut to the chase. Like, this person just wants to clear the air. They want to have like a really open relationship, because I think they feel that you guys, you're kept apart here, either in distance or value, something like that, where it feels like you guys can't come together, and you're in this really insular energy. But this person loves you, and they could even see you in soulmate energy here. They really do like this new you. And for some of you guys, you feel like this person wouldn't get it, or they wouldn't like it, but this person does want to reach out to you. This person also could be hearing a lot of conflicting information, but it's not the same as in pile number 2. That was like a whole ordeal. But I feel like this person, it's just like they're not getting enough information. Maybe they want a little bit more information. Okay, another thing that I'm getting is some of you, this person could have heard that you've had a breakup of some kind, especially maybe if you were married. But again, they're not really sure. But yeah, they could have heard that you have had a breakup and that you are single. 9 of Pentacles is single energy. Yeah. So let me just see what else I'm getting here. This person is confused by what they're hearing. And I feel like they're scared to approach you for some reason. They're scared to get some kind of clarity, because some of you guys have had a falling out with this person, but they want a new beginning with you. This person definitely wants to send you a message. Definitely. I don't know that they will, because this person seems like they also want to be safe. You've grown. Pile number 3. That's the gist of this, is you've grown, and you're very strong, and you're very independent. And you could be this person's wish, or you could have been achieving a dream of yours. This really has a lot in common with pile number 1. I feel like most of you guys should watch that. But the Star card also comes right after the Tower, and it's healing and balance. And there's a lot, maybe some of you are channelers, or you get visions, or you get messages. That just looks like a channel energy. Yeah. They're hearing that you're healing, pile number 3, and I just feel like whatever transformation you've undergone, it's like really impressive. So I just want to say good job, if nobody does. But this to me is also like Neptune, kind of, Neptune deals with cameras. I say this all the time. So some of you guys, like, you could be taking pictures. You could be posting travel things. I'm really strongly getting travel. So you could be posting travel things on your Instagram. You could be posting very wise things, or you could be filming something. Like I said, some of you guys could be readers. And they're really intrigued by that, like the whole aspect of channeling and getting messages and your spirituality. And I think this person actually digs it. Like on some level they dig it. Let me just see what this Hierophant energy is about before I go running my mouth on that. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this person could be some kind of authority. This could be your father, or somebody who has very patriarchal energy. This is like a leader. They could be a spiritual leader with the King of Pentacles there. Yeah. So that's really what I'm getting for you guys, pile number 3. I feel like you guys should definitely check out pile number 1. But that's what I'm getting for you guys. Also, I don't know if I made that clear enough, but this Clover energy is super, super sweet. And Venus is always very sweet here as well too. So I feel like there's something really sweet about you and about your energy, and very wise. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 3. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys.